We are at Bath Organic Garden, which is on the lower part of Royal Victoria Park in the centre of Bath. In the late 80s, early 90s, there was a great interest nationally in growing organic. And so a group in Bath approached the council, who had this site which had been abandoned allotments. It was literally derelict. They gave them part of it to do gardening. There were conditions. They had to demonstrate organic gardening. That was one of the criteria, and then they had to show people how to do it. We come twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays, 10 till 1, and our main focus in the centre of the garden is food growing and harvesting. We have a 4-bed system. We move the produce from one bed to another each year so that we don't get a build-up of disease in the soil, and we use the nutrients that are left over from the previous crop. We grow green manure. The green manure will take up those nutrients into their foliage, and then towards the end of the winter, beginning of spring, that will be hoed into the ground when we want to sow the next crop. We have 2 other gardens. One was set up as a demonstration garden for people who have gardens at home and don't know what to do with them. The other side of the path is a flower garden specifically for pollination. So we have flowers in that garden throughout the year. Some of them may look like weeds, but that's fine because weeds have flowers too. And they also have a benefit to insects, especially in the later part of the year. And then we have our protected areas, which are basically polytunnels, where we grow things that we can have earlier in the year. And of course we have our tea place just behind me, and that's also part of our agenda. Yes, we are very sociable and supportive of each other.
You would never know you were in the middle of the city. It's just a beautiful space.
We go to the farmers market once a month and we sell our produce, and that helps to fund us with all the things we need to do, apart from our membership fees. Occasionally we win things, as we did last year, which meant that we could do something more substantial. We put in a new polytunnel with a rainwater collecting system, which is one of our priorities this year. We do use rainwater as much as possible. Parts of the garden have been left natural. All the way along this southern edge, we've really left it to nature. What we are doing is building up this barrier so that we protect ourselves from the pollution and hopefully noise of the traffic. And it is a haven for lots of creepy crawlies. We do have badgers a lot. We do have foxes a lot. And squirrels, of course. Now they are also a mixed blessing because they all have to eat. They like eating our stuff. But, you know, we do what we can to keep them separate, but we lose our sweet corn very frequently. We have put down some very good eco-grids and the grass grows through because we have made the garden safe for wheelchairs, people who haven't got good mobility. In the other parts of the garden, we allow the grass to grow, and we just scythe it once a year. Just before we're doing the apple harvest, we had it done by Keith with his scythe last weekend. We do scything workshops. We keep things as near to natural as possible, but we have to have consideration for moving about safely. I would say always leave part of your garden unattended. Doesn't matter if it doesn't look neat and tidy. It needs to be itself, and it can be just as beautiful. So don't be a municipal gardener, be a natural gardener.